Hi, did you know that you have a most powerful tool right here on your fingertips that allows you to calm your emotions at any moment of your life? Today, I'm going to introduce you to this amazing mind-body technique called EFT. EFT means Emotional Freedom Techniques. And I can assure you that at the end of this video, you will be able to apply the basics of EFT yourself at home every time you need to calm down the emotional charge of unpleasant feelings like fear, anxiety, anger, sadness, frustration, or any kind of stress. And it works also on physical pain. In this video, I'd like to show you how you can use the basic technique easily and efficiently yourself to eliminate any kind of emotional stress that blocks your natural ability to realize your highest potential. The more I use this technique in my coaching sessions, the more I am surprised and impressed by the rapid but lasting results that my clients achieve in their personal development, their relationships, and their professional career. That's why I also want this powerful tool available to you and show you how you can change your personal and professional life through a simple technique like tapping. Tapping, in the sense of EFT, means simply tapping lightly with your fingertips on certain points of your face and body. My intention is to motivate you to apply EFT in every part of your life, personal, professional, or social. And be aware of the intensity of your emotions so that you can release them and free yourself from your limiting beliefs. Now I'll show you the 9 main points we usually tap on. Of course, there are various other acupuncture points that are useful for EFT, but these 9 are quite sufficient for the basic technique to work efficiently. The first one is here on the side of your hand, right in the middle. It's called the cardi choke point, and we usually tap with 3 or 4 fingers of one hand on the side of the other. You can also switch hands, that has no importance. Certain persons like to tap like this, others like this. That has no influence on the result of the techniques. It will always work as long as you tap on the point. Now the points in our face. The first one is the eyebrow point right here on your, a little bit above your eyebrow at the beginning, like this. The second is at the side of the eye. The third one right under your eye. The fourth one between nose and mouth. The fifth one right on your chin, here under your mouth. And then the points on our body, there's the collarbone point. You can feel here your collarbone, and you go about 2 inches underneath and to the side where you feel a small deepening here, like this. The next one is under your arm, right about 2 or 3 inches under your armpit, like this. And the last point we use for the basic technique is right here on top of your head. Here also it has no importance with which hand you tap, on which side of your face. Some people like to tap with both hands, which would look like this. What I personally like to do is tap the first half of the round on one side, the second one on the other, like this, alternatively, but that's really left up to your choice. The method will always work as long as you tap on the points. So, and now that we know the points, how do we proceed? There are 3 steps we must take before we can actually start tapping. First, we must define our problem, our pain, or our emotion as precisely as possible. The clearer and the clearer our perception and verbalization of the problem is, the more the result of our tapping sessions will be rapid and effective. For instance, we will never feel a general anger. We are always angry against a special person or upset by special circumstances or a special situation we don't appreciate at all. The second step is to find adequate words or short phrases to describe our problem. It's by verbalizing our emotions at the same time as we are tapping that the body-mind connection between the uncomfortable feeling and the stress reaction of our nervous system gets interrupted. We can either express our emotions freely and spontaneously, or write them first down on a piece of paper and then memorize them, or just read them aloud while tapping. Finally, we're going to measure the intensity of our emotion or pain at a scale from 1 to 10, where 10 means extremely painful or stressing, at 1 hardly perceptible. This evaluation will help us to have a certain feedback at the end of each tapping round in order to check how far the intensity of our emotion has already gone down and at which moment it has completely disappeared. So now we can start. First, we use the setup phrase, which always begins with the words even though, and then we mention our problem. For instance, even though I feel awfully stressed today, followed by a statement to reinforce our self-acceptance like, I deeply and completely love and accept myself, or I accept all my feelings about this problem. We repeat the setup phrase 3 times while we tap on the karate chop point. And if you want, you can also slightly vary these words. And then we go to the other points on our face and body, always connecting to the emotion we want to release. For example, let's suppose I feel stressed because I have too much work to do this week. The intensity of the stressful emotion is at an 8 on the scale from 1 to 10, that means already rather high. What is important most of all is that we remain as much as possible connected to our emotion and that we feel it as intensively as possible as we tap. For now, you can just tap the points on your own face and body as I do and repeat the words after me. Later, of course, you will find your own words. Let's start on the Goradicca point. Even though I have far too much work this week, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I feel stressed out and totally overwhelmed, I accept all my feelings in this situation. Even though I don't even know where to start, I accept myself as I am. Now to the points on our face. I have far too much work to do this week. I feel totally overwhelmed. I don't even know where to start. How can I manage to do all this in 1 week? That's impossible. I can cope with this situation. It can't go on like that. I don't even have 1 minute to myself. Honestly, I don't even feel like starting. I'd rather throw all this paper away and forget all about it. Simply stop thinking about it. I want to get rid of this pain. I feel totally overwhelmed. I have no idea how I could manage this. And it just makes me terribly nervous. Take a deep breath and relax a bit. And then try to measure the remaining intensity of your emotion again. Has it gone a bit down to a 7 maybe? Maybe already to a 5? Or is it still at a 6? Normally, the emotion decreases progressively. But it can also go down immediately to a 2 or even a 1, which would be perfect, of course. But as long as this isn't the case, we will have to make 2 or 3 or even more tapping rounds with more or less the same words until the charge of the emotion has gone down at least to a 3 or even less. Finally, when we already feel much better, we can make a positive round. That means we tap to positive statement about the way we would like to feel in this situation. Just repeat after me again, and we'll go right to the points on our face. And if it were all much easier than I can imagine. If I could be open to the possibility to remain calm and relaxed while I'm working. If I allowed myself to feel quite comfortable with this work. Just start without worrying. Just proceed step by step, at my own rhythm. Yes, I choose to feel calm and confident now. I open myself to the possibility that unexpected and brilliant ideas come to my mind while I'm working. Maybe I even allow myself to feel excited about this work. Why not? After all, it's an excellent opportunity to train all of my skills. I choose to relax now and to have faith that I will be able to manage this work easily and effectively. Again, take a deep breath. And if you want, you can do 1 or 2 more rounds with such positive affirmations until you really feel excited about your work and ready to start. I hope this video has been able to show you how easily and efficiently you can use tapping to calm your uncomfortable emotions and finally release them for good and feel positive about what bothered you before. And I also hope you're now motivated to use EFT every time you feel blocked in any part of your life. EFT is the most reliable and efficient mind-body technique that exists nowadays and can simply be applied to everything. With this technique, we can also release limiting beliefs about ourselves or the world around us that sabotage our self-confidence and our ability to achieve our goals. I will talk to you about this in another video, because I'm planning to make a whole series of tapping videos to support you in taking your first steps towards the mastery of EFT. I would appreciate it very much if you could leave me a short comment here underneath this video to tell me what your first impressions are about tapping, what this video has brought to you, what you liked about it, or maybe didn't like so much. And of course, you can also ask questions. And most of all, I would be very interested in your suggestions for further tappings about problems you want to solve or emotions you want to release, so I could adapt my next videos to what you personally would like to work on. Thanks for listening, and I look forward to meet you again in my next video.